Hello my dear students, in this video we are going to study memory allocation of pointers, static and dynamic. The compiler allocates the required memory location for the declared variable. For example, if we declare integer, then it reserves 2 bytes of memory location. If we declare floating type of variable, then it reserves 4 bytes of memory location. And if we declare a char type of variable, then it is going to reserve 1 byte of memory location, and so on. Therefore, every data and instructions that is to be processed need to be located or stored in a main memory for its processing. Memory allocation is done in 2 ways. The first one is static memory allocation and the second one is dynamic memory allocation. So let us continue with the first one, that is static memory allocation. In static memory allocation, the amount of memory space required for the variable can be predicted and it is pre-known. This memory is allocated at the time of compilation. Let us take example. We can declare variable as int a. Here 2 bytes of memory location is allocated for this variable during compilation time. Now we'll study dynamic allocation of memory using both new and delete operator. In the dynamic memory allocation, the amount of memory to be allocated is not known. This memory is allocated at the time of execution of a program. C++ supports both allocation and deallocation of memory for the variables using new and delete operators. These operators allocate memory location dynamically at the time of execution of a program from the unallocated free space called free store. It is also called as heap memory location. Now let us take example. Here you can see int star iptr is equal to new int and put semicolon. The same statement can also be written as int star iptr, put semicolon, then iptr is equal to new int and semicolon. So we are splitting the same statement into 2 statements, but both are same. To allocate memory for array, here we can write double star dptr is equal to new double, and inside the square bracket we can write the size as 25 and then put semicolon. To allocate dynamic structure variable, here you can see we'll write student star sp is equal to new student and semicolon. Now let us take a small programming example so that we can understand how exactly we can allocate and deallocate memory space using new and delete operator dynamically at the time of execution of a program. For that, I will take you to my laptop screen. In this program, we are going to see how we can initialize memory dynamically. So that is allocation of memory at runtime. So here let us begin with the comment line dynamic memory allocation. And let us begin with hash include iostream .h, then hash include conio.h, and then here we are going to write one global variable, that is pointer variable star p. Now we'll use some function called sum function, void sum function, and inside the curly open brace, inside the definition of this sum function, we are going to initialize it by using dynamic allocation. So here we'll write p is equal to new is the operator and it is a keyword. You can see here the color of this new is turned to white. Now we'll write int, then put semicolon. Here we'll write star p is equal to, here we're going to initialize pointer variable with the value 25, curly closing brace, and then we'll write void main some function. We are going to call this particular function in a main function. So some function we are calling this, and we are going to print the value stored in the pointer variable p. So here I'll write value of star p, and here in order to print the value stored in the pointer variable, we have to use the asterisk symbol star p and put semicolon, and here we'll write get ch curly closing brace. Now we'll go for compilation. So click on compile and click on compile. It is success, there is no error, and go for run. So click on run, click on run. Here you can see the value of star p is equal to 25. Now let us study how exactly delete operator works. If we allocate memory location dynamically at the time of execution using new operator, here delete is the operator which deallocates memory location occupied by the objects. Let us take example. Here you can write delete IPTR and put semicolon. To free dynamic array memory, here we'll write delete empty square bracket and then dptr and put semicolon. To free dynamic structure, we are going to write delete sp and put semicolon. Now we'll study what is the difference between static allocation of memory and dynamic allocation of memory. In static allocation of memory, memory is executed before the execution of the program begins, that is during compilation. In dynamic allocation memory is allocated during the execution of the program. In static allocation of memory, no memory allocation or deallocation actions are performed during execution. In dynamic allocation of memory, memory bindings are established and destroyed during the execution. In static allocation of memory, variables remain permanently allocated. Dynamic allocation of memory allocated only when program unit is active. In case of static allocation of memory implemented using stacks and heaps, dynamic allocation of memory implemented using data segments. Now we will study free store. It is also called as heap memory. It is a pool of unallocated memory location given to a program to allocate memory location for the variables at the time of execution dynamically. Now we'll study memory leak. If the objects that are allocated dynamically, if they are not deleted explicitly with the help of delete operator, they remain occupied in a memory location. So these occupied objects will create orphaned memory blocks. If the number of these orphaned memory blocks increase in number, then obviously it is going to create the adverse effect on the system. This situation is called as memory leak. Now we'll study self-referential structure. The structure that points to itself is called as self-referential structure. Here you can see the example: struct node curly open brace int data, then node star next. So here star next is a pointer of type node which is pointing to the same struct type, then curly closing brace and then put semicolon. That's all in this video. Thank you very much for watching this video. We will see you in the next video.